You're watching Dark Terror Files, where the stories aren't just told, they linger. Where are you listening from? Alone in your room, driving through the dark. Drop a comment. I want to know who's out there. The whiskey burns going down, a familiar sting that doesn't quite numb the ache anymore. I'm slouched in my recliner, the only piece of furniture in this drafty cabin that doesn't creak like my bones. Outside, snow dusts the Appalachian hills, soft and relentless, catching the moonlight through my window. Beckley, West Virginia, is quiet tonight. The kind of quiet that presses against your skull, makes you hear things that aren't there. Or maybe they are. I don't know anymore. The phone jolts me upright, its ring sharp enough to cut through the haze. I glance at the clock. 11:03 p.m. Mom, who the hell calls a funeral driver this late? My hand hovers over the receiver, the cheap plastic warm from the radiator. I shouldn't answer. I should let it ring, finish my drink, and crawl into bed where the nightmares are at least predictable. But the bills stacked on the counter: electric, gas, that damn hospital debt from Ellie's accident don't give me the luxury of ignoring work. I pick up. Grady, I mutter, my voice rough from the whiskey and too many cigarettes. Tommy, it's Carl from the morgue. His voice is shaky, like he's holding his breath. Got a job for you. Tonight, I lean back, the recliner groaning. Carl's the county coroner, a twitchy guy who always smells like formaldehyde and regret. It's late. Carl, can't it wait till morning? No, this one's urgent. 50 miles. Out to the old cemetery on Route 19. You know, the one past the abandoned mines. He pauses, and I hear him swallow. No stops. Tommy, no opening the coffin, and no passengers. Just you and the hearse. I rub my eyes, the room blurring for a second. What's the rush? Who's the stiff? He hesitates. Too long. Just get it done. They're paying doubles. Double. That's enough to cover the electric bill and maybe a few groceries. I'm not proud of how quick I cave. Fine. When's the hearse getting here? Should be there soon, Carl says, his voice dropping to a near whisper. It's running late. The line goes dead before I can ask more. I set the phone down, my gut twisting. Something's off. But I've driven hundreds of bodies to their graves, old folks. Accident victims. Overdoses. This is just another job. I pull on my coat, the black wool one I wear for funerals, and grab my keys. The cabin's walls feel tighter tonight, like they're watching me leave. Outside, the snow's picking up, dusting my boots as I trudge to the driveway. The hearse isn't here yet. Typical. I light a cigarette, the ember glowing in the dark, and lean against the porch railing. The hills loom in the distance, their shadows swallowing the horizon. I've lived in Beckley my whole life, but tonight it feels like a stranger's town. The air's too still, the silence too heavy. Then I hear it, a low rumble. Tires crunching gravel, headlights cut through the snow, and the hearse rolls up, black as a void. It's an old Cadillac, the kind they don't make anymore. It's chrome dull under the moonlight. The driver's side is empty. No one gets out to greet me. I frown, tossing my cigarette into the snow. What kind of outfit leaves a hearse idling like this? I climb in, the leather seat cold through my jeans. The keys are already in the ignition, dangling like they've been waiting for me. The radio's on, spitting static, a faint whine weaving through it like a voice trying to break free. I turn it off, but the silence is worse. I've driven hundreds of bodies. I tell myself again, like a prayer, but deep down, I know this one's different. The morgue is a squat, concrete building on the edge of town, its fluorescent lights buzzing like angry wasps. I pull the hearse into the loading bay. The engine's hum echoing off the walls. My boots hit the pavement, and the cold bites through my soles. I'm used to this place, the chemicals stink. The way the air feels heavier inside, but tonight, it's like walking into a tomb. My tomb. Maybe. I shake the thought off. Too much whiskey. Not enough sleep. Carl's waiting at the back door, his lab coat stained with something I don't want to think about. He's twitchier than usual, his eyes darting like he's expecting someone to jump out of the shadows. "You're late," he snaps, but his voice cracks, betraying him. "Your hearse was late." I shoot back, stuffing my hands in my pockets. "Where's the paperwork?" He thrusts a clipboard at me, his fingers trembling. "Here, just sign it and go." I glance at the form. It's blank except for a scratched-out John Doe in the name field. No date of death. No cause. No next of kin. "What is this?" "Carl, you're supposed to have records." "It's a rush job," he says, not meeting my eyes. "They didn't have time for paperwork. Just take it to the cemetery and be done with it." I stare at him, the fluorescent light casting shadows under his eyes, making him look half dead himself. "Who's they? And why's this coffin so damn important?" He turns away, busying himself with a stack of files. "You don't need to know, Tommy. Just follow the rules. No stops. No peeking. You got it." My jaw tightens. I want to push, but the promise of double pay keeps my mouth shut. I sign the form, the pen scratching louder than it should in the quiet. Carl wheels out the coffin, a plain oak box. No frills, no nameplate. It's heavier than I expect, the weight pulling at my shoulders as I help slide it into the hearse. The metal rollers groan, and the coffin thuds into place. I swear I hear something shift inside, a faint rustle, but Carl's already slamming the door shut. "Route 19, he says, backing away. "Stick to it, and don't stop. No matter what." I climb back into the driver's seat, the hearse's interior colder than it was before. The odometer catches my eye 6 miles. Stuck, not ticking up or down. I try to laugh it off, but it comes out as a grunt. Just a glitch. Old car. Old wiring. I start the engine, the rumble vibrating through my chest, and pull out of the morgue's lot. The snow's thicker now, swirling in the headlights like ghosts. The coffin's behind me, silent but heavy, like it's watching. I grip the wheel tighter. Just another job. "Tommy, get it done and go home." The hearse rumbles along Route 19, the snow swallowing the edges of the road. My headlights carve tunnels through the dark, but they don't reach far enough to make me feel safe. The coffin's weight presses behind me, not just in the hearse, but in my head, like a shadow I can't shake. I try to focus on the drive, on the familiar rhythm of the wheel under my hands, but something's wrong. My GPS screen is black, not even a flicker of signal. I jab at the buttons, cursing under my breath. Nothing. Great. Middle of nowhere. And this piece of junk decides to quit. I fumble in the glove box. my fingers brushing past crumpled receipts and a half-empty pack of Marlboros. There's a paper map in there, its edges soft from years of use. The kind I kept from my Marine days when tech wasn't worth trusting. I unfolded across the passenger seat, squinting at the faded lines under the dashboard light. Route 19 should be a straight shot to the cemetery, but the map feels off town names I don't recognize. Roads that curve where they shouldn't. I shake my head. Just tired. Tommy, keep it together. The radio crackles to life, unprompted, and my stomach lurches. It's Amazing Grace, slow and mournful. The bagpipes whining like they did at Ellie's funeral. My chest tightens. The memory hitting like a fist, her tiny coffin. Clara's sobs. My own hands shaking so bad I couldn't light a cigarette. I slam the power button, but the music doesn't stop. It's faint now, almost like it's coming from the back of the hearse, from the coffin itself. I grip the wheel, my knuckles white. It's just the radio, old wiring, bad signal, that's all. But the melody lingers, weaving through the static, and for a second, I swear I hear Ellie's voice humming along. My breath catches, and I glance in the rearview mirror, half expecting to see her in the back seat, her pigtails bouncing like they used to. Nothing. Just the coffin, its oak surface gleaming under the dim interior light. My heart's pounding too loud, drowning out the engine's hum. You're losing it, Tommy. She's gone. Been gone 3 years. I turn the volume knob again, twisting it until it clicks. But the hymn keeps playing, soft and relentless, like it's carved into the air. I don't know if it's the whiskey or the night, but I feel like the hearse is driving me, not the other way around. The road stretches on, endless and wrong. I've driven Route 19 100 times past the rusted gas station with the broken sign. The diner where truckers swap lies over burnt coffee, but none of it's here. The landmarks are gone, replaced by a blacktop that feels too smooth, too new. Snow piles up on the shoulders, and the signs I pass don't make sense. Eden's End, 5 miles, Purgatory Hollow, next left. I've lived in Beckley my whole life, and I've never heard of these places. My map's no help either. The roads on it twist into shapes that don't match the ones I'm driving. I toss it onto the seat, my hands slick with sweat. Stay calm. You're just turned around. Then I see him, a figure in the headlights, standing on the side of the road, arm raised like he's begging for a ride. He's bundled in a coat, face shadowed by a hood, but something about him makes my skin crawl. Carl's words echo in my head. No passengers. No stops. My foot hovers over the brake, instinct screaming to help, but there's a weight in my gut, heavier than the coffin, telling me to keep going. I floor the gas, the hearse lurching forward. The man's face flashes in the light for a split second, pale. Hollow, eyes locked on mine. I swear he mouths my name, but it's gone before I can be sure. My heart's hammering, and I can't tell if it's fear or guilt. The fog rolls in, thick and sudden, swallowing the road. It's not like any fog I've seen in these hills, more like smoke, curling and heavy, pressing against the windows. The headlights barely cut through it, and the world shrinks to the few feet of asphalt in front of me. I lean forward, squinting, my breath fogging the windshield. The radio's still humming, Amazing Grace, fainter now, like a whisper from the coffin. I try to focus on the road, But my eyes keep flicking to the rearview mirror. The coffin's still there, its lid shut tight, but I can't shake the feeling that something's watching me from inside. It's just a body. Tommy. Just a job. I glance at the odometer, still stuck at 666 miles. The number stares back, mocking me. I'm not superstitious. Never have been. But tonight, every detail feels like a warning. I'm too stubborn to hear. The hearse feels smaller, the air thicker, like I'm driving through a dream I can't wake up from. I mutter to myself, just get to the cemetery, drop the coffin and go home. But the road doesn't feel like it's leading anywhere. It feels like it's leading to me. The fog's so thick now it's like driving through a nightmare. The kind where you're running but never get anywhere. My headlights are useless, barely piercing the gray haze that clings to the hearse like a second skin. The road's just a faint ribbon of blacktop, and I'm gripping the wheel so hard my fingers ache. The coffin's behind me, silent but heavy, like it's breathing down my neck. I tell myself it's just the job, just another run. But my pulse is hammering a different story. Focus. Tommy, keep driving. Get to the cemetery. The radio's gone quiet. Thank God. But the silence is worse thick, suffocating, like the air's holding its breath. I glance at the odometer out of habit, and it's still frozen at 666 miles. I mutter a curse, trying to laugh it off, but it sticks in my throat. My eyes flick to the rearview mirror, and that's when the world tilts. The coffin's lid is ajar, just a crack, and behind it, I see me, my face, pale as the snow outside, eyes closed, mouth slack, dead. I'm lying there, in the coffin, like I've been there all along. My breath stops. I slam on the brakes, the hearse skidding on the icy road. The mirror's empty now, just the coffin, lid shut tight, like nothing happened. My hands are shaking, and I can't tell if it's the cold or the fear. You're seeing things. Tommy, too many late nights, too much whiskey. I rub my eyes, hard, until spots dance in my vision. I check the mirror again. Nothing. Just the oak box, gleaming under the dim interior light. But my heart's pounding so loud, I can hear it over the engine's hum. And my reflection in the mirror looks wrong, too pale, too hollow, like I'm already half gone. I try to shake it off, tell myself it's the fog playing tricks. The long hours, the memories of Ellie that keep clawing at me. But deep down, I know better. This isn't just another job. The hearse feels alive, like it's watching me, waiting for me to slip. I press the gas, forcing myself to move. But the fog doesn't lift, and the road doesn't feel like Route 19 anymore. It feels like a trap, and I'm driving straight into it. Just get to the cemetery, drop the coffin and go home. But the words feel hollow, like a prayer to a god I stopped believing in years ago. The fog's so dense I can barely see 10 feet ahead, and the hearse's headlights are drowning in it. My hands are slick on the wheel, and every few seconds, I catch myself glancing at the rearview mirror, expecting to see that face, my face again. I need to focus, need to ground myself, so I pull over to the side of the road, gravel crunching under the tires. The hearse idles, its engine a low growl, like it's impatient for me to keep going. I fumble for the clipboard in the passenger seat, figuring the paperwork will anchor me, give me something real to hold on to. The form's still there, crumpled from where I shoved it earlier, I smooth it out under the dashboard light, my eyes scanning the sparse details. John Doe, scratched out in Carl's messy scrawl. No date, no cause of death, nothing. But then I see it. At the bottom, in small, neat print, deceased. Thomas Grady, age 41, date of death, July 14th, 2025. Today, my name, my age, my death. My breath catches, sharp and painful, like I've been punched in the chest. I check the date on my watch, July 14th, 2025. Just like the form says, my pulse is racing, but it's there, pounding in my wrist. I'm alive. Damn it. I'm sitting here, breathing, sweating, scared out of my mind. But alive. This is a mistake, a sick joke. Carl's screwed up before mixed up names. Lost paperwork, but this is something else. I read it again, my hands shaking so bad the clipboard rattles. Thomas Grady, deceased. The words burn into me, and for a second, I'm back at Ellie's funeral, staring at her name on the program, the ink blurring through my tears. I shove the clipboard away, my chest tight. It's a typo. It's gotta be. But the coffin's weight feels heavier now, like it's pressing down on the whole hearse. On me. I twist in my seat, staring at the oak box through the rear window. It's still silent, but I swear I hear that rustle again, like something moving inside. The snow's piling up outside, burying the windshield, and the fog's so thick it's like the world's gone. I'm alone with the coffin, with my name on that damn form. My mind's racing, trying to make sense of it. Maybe Carl's playing a prank, or someone's setting me up. But who and why? I've got no enemies, no friends close enough to care. Just me, Clara's ghost in my head, and Ellie's memory cutting deeper every day. I grab the wheel, my knuckles white, and start driving again. I don't know where I'm going anymore, but I can't stay still. Not with my name on that receipt. Not with the coffin whispering behind me. My name on that receipt, Thomas Grady. Deceased burns in my mind like a brand. The hearse's engine hums, a low growl that feels like it's mocking me. And the fog outside is so thick, it's like driving through a grave. My hands are shaking. The clipboard lying crumpled on the passenger seat, accusing me with every glance. I can't take it anymore. I need to know what's in that coffin. Need to prove it's not me, that this is some sick mistake. Carl's rules echo in my head, no opening the coffin, but to hell with them. I'm not driving another mile with this thing haunting me. I pull over again, the hearse skidding slightly on the icy road. The snow's piling up, muffling the world, and the fog presses against the windows like it's trying to get in. I grab the flashlight from the glove box, its beam weak and flickering, and stumble out into the cold. My boots crunch on the gravel, each step heavier than the last. The hearse's rear door looms ahead, its black paint swallowing the light. My heart's pounding so loud it drowns out everything else. It's just a body. Tommy, just another job. But my hands are slick with sweat as I reach for the handle. The door creaks open, the sound sharp in the silence. The coffin sits there, oak gleaming like it's polished for a king, not some nameless corpse. I hesitate, my breath fogging in the air, then grab the lid and yank it up. The hinges groan, and I shine the flashlight inside. Empty, nothing but pristine satin, smooth and untouched, like no one's ever been there. My stomach drops, a sick lurch that makes my knees weak. Where's the body? I slam the lid shut, the sound echoing like a gunshot, and check again, as if I missed something. Still empty. The coffin's mocking me, just like the receipt. Just like this whole damn night. I stumble back to the driver's seat, my mind racing. If there's no body, what am I hauling? I glance in the rearview mirror, desperate for something to make sense. And that's when I see it me, sitting in the driver's seat, hands on the wheel, eyes fixed on the road. But I'm not moving. I'm frozen, staring at myself through the mirror, my own face calm and cold, like I'm already gone. I whip around, expecting to see something in the seat. But it's just me, alone, my breath ragged in the quiet. The mirror's empty now, showing only the coffin, still and silent. My chest tightens, and I can't shake the feeling that I'm not the one driving anymore. Get a grip. Tommy, you're alive. You're here. But the hearse feels like a cage, and I'm not sure who's trapped inside. I force myself to drive. The hearse's engine, a steady drone that does nothing to calm my nerves. The fog's thicker now, curling around the headlights like fingers, and the road's a blur of black and white. My hands are still shaking, the empty coffin burning a hole in my thoughts. I keep checking the rearview mirror, expecting to see that other me again. But it's just the coffin, its presence heavier than ever. I need a break, need something real to anchor me. So when a neon glow cuts through the fog, I let out a breath I didn't know I was holding. A gas station, its sign flickering. Last stop, 1953, 1953. That's got to be a typo, some retro gimmick. But I don't care. I need gas, need light, need anything that's not this road. I pull into the lot, the hearse's tires crunching on gravel that looks older than the hills. The station's ancient peeling paint, rusted pumps, a sign so faded it's barely readable. The neon buzzes, casting an eerie glow over everything. I climb out, my boots sinking into the snow, and head for the door. The air smells wrong, like oil and decay, and the silence is so deep it feels like the world's holding its breath. Inside, an old man stands behind the counter, his face weathered like the coal mines, eyes sunken and sharp. He's wearing a flannel shirt, sleeves rolled up, and he's staring at me like he knows me. "You're not supposed to be here, son," he says, his voice low and gravelly, like he's gargling dirt. "This road don't lead back." I freeze, my hand halfway to my wallet. "Just need gas," I say, trying to keep my voice steady, "and maybe a coffee, if you've got it." He doesn't move, just keeps staring. "Ain't no coffee here. Ain't no going back either." His eyes flick to the hearse, to the coffin inside, and I swear he smiles. Just a twitch. "You're carrying something heavy, ain't you?" My throat tightens. "Just doing my job," I mutter, tossing a 20 on the counter. "Pump 2. He doesn't touch the money, just points to the pump outside. I walk back to the hearse, my skin crawling. The pump's ancient, its meter spinning backward as I fill the tank. Backward. I stare at it, my breath fogging in the cold. And for a second, I swear I see my reflection in the pump's glass. Not me now, but me younger, in my Marine uniform, smiling like I used to before Ellie died. I blink, and it's gone. I finish pumping, my hands numb, and glance back at the station. The old man still watching, his silhouette framed in the neon glow. I climb into the hearse, slam the door, and peel out of the lot. The coffin's weight pulling at me like it's trying to drag me back. The hearse lurches back onto the road, the gas station's neon fading into the fog like a bad dream. My hands are still shaking from the old man's words. This road don't lead back, and the backward spinning pump meter. The coffin's weight feels heavier now, like it's sinking into the hearse, into me. I try to focus on the road, but the fog's so thick it's like driving through a wall. The headlights bouncing back at me. The odometer's still stuck at 666 miles, mocking me with every glance. Just a glitch. Tommy, just a job, but my gut's screaming something else. And I'm starting to listen. The radio crackles to life, unprompted, and my heart jumps into my throat. It's not Amazing Grace this time, it's worse. It's my voice, low and raw, spilling out of the speakers like I'm sitting in the passenger seat. Ellie's laugh, like wind chimes on the porch. It says, and I freeze, my hands locked on the wheel. Clara's tears, soaking the hospital pillow. The bottle of Jack you drank the night you let her go. My breath catches, sharp and painful. These aren't just memories, they're secrets. The kind I've never told anyone, not even myself in the dark. The radio keeps going, my voice reciting every failure, every regret, like a confession I didn't sign up for. I slam the power button, but the voice doesn't stop. It's louder now, echoing inside the hearse, inside my head. You're not driving away from it. Tommy, it says, and the headlights flicker, the hearse swerving like something's pulling at the wheel. I shout, shut up. But my voice is drowned out by my own, coming through the static, naming people I've buried: old Mrs. Carter, the kid from the overdose, the miner who didn't make it out of the collapse. And then it says her name, Ellie Grady, age 8, car accident. My vision blurs, tears burning my eyes. I slam the brakes, the hearse skidding, but the voice keeps going, calm and relentless. You were supposed to keep her safe. Tommy, you didn't. The headlights go out for a second, plunging me into darkness, then snap back on. The wheel jerks in my hands, like the hearse is fighting me, trying to take me somewhere I don't want to go. I'm sweating, my heart pounding so hard I can feel it in my throat. I glance in the rearview mirror, half expecting to see myself again, but it's just the coffin, its oak surface gleaming like it's alive. The radio cuts to static, then silence, but my voice lingers in my head, whispering truths I've spent years running from. What the hell is happening to me? I press the gas, desperate to move, to get away, but the road feels like it's looping, like I'm driving in circles around my own grave. The fog parts just enough to reveal a town, its edges soft and blurred, like it's been waiting for me. The hearse rolls past a rusted sign. Welcome to Hollow's End. I've never heard of it, and I've driven every back road in West Virginia. The streets are empty, lined with sagging houses and boarded-up shops, the kind of place the coal bust left behind. My headlights catch a funeral home up ahead, its marquee glowing faintly. Thomas Grady Memorial, 7:30. My name, my funeral. My stomach twists, and I feel like I'm going to be sick. I pull into the lot, the hearse's engine idling like it's reluctant to stop. The funeral home is old, its brick facade crumbling, but the lights inside are warm, almost inviting. I don't want to go in, but my legs move anyway, carrying me through the snow to the front door. My boots squeak on the polished floor as I step inside, the air thick with the smell of lilies and wax. There's a crowd, people in black, heads bowed, some crying softly. I recognize faces from Beckley, the bartender from the diner, the pastor from Ellie's service, neighbors I haven't spoken to in years, but they don't see me. I wave a hand, call out, "Hey," but my voice is swallowed by the hum of their murmurs. Up front, near the altar, I see Clara, my ex-wife, her face pale and drawn, tears streaming down her cheeks, and next to her God, no Ellie. My Ellie, alive and impossible, her pigtails tied with the blue ribbons she loved. She's holding Clara's hand, whispering something I can't hear. My knees buckle, and I stumble forward, shouting, "Ellie, Clara," but they don't look up. No one does. I reach for Ellie, my hand trembling, but it passes through her, like I'm made of air. My chest aches, a sob catching in my throat. She's been gone 3 years. This isn't real. It can't be. I turn to the open casket at the front, my feet heavy, like I'm wading through mud. I don't want to look, but I have to. The coffin's oak matches the one in the hearse, and lying inside is me, my face pale and still, eyes closed, hands folded over my chest. I stare, my breath shallow, waiting for it to move, to prove it's a trick, but it's just me, dead and gone. The crowd's murmurs grow louder, a chorus of grief, and I hear my name again and again. Thomas Grady. At peace now. I back away, my heart pounding, and run for the hearse, the cold air hitting me like a slap. The coffin's still in the back, waiting, and I swear it's heavier now, like it's pulling me in. The hearse's engine roars as I peel out of the funeral home lot, the tires spitting gravel into the snow. My heart's hammering, my breath ragged, like I've just run a mile. The image of my own face in that casket pale. Still, dead burns behind my eyes. Clara and Ellie, sitting there like ghosts from a life I lost, won't leave my head. I'm not dead. I can't be. My hands are on the wheel. My pulse is pounding. But the coffin in the back feels like it's pulling me apart. Piece by piece, I need to know what's real. Need to see inside that box again. Even if it kills me, I slam on the brakes. The hearse skidding to a stop on the icy road. The fog's thicker now, curling around the windows like it's alive, and the silence is so heavy it presses against my chest. I grab the flashlight, its beam shaking in my hand, and stumble to the rear door. My fingers fumble with the handle, slick with sweat despite the cold. The door creaks open, and the coffin sits there, its oak surface gleaming under the moonlight. Too perfect, too still. My throat's tight, but I force myself to lift the lid, the hinges groaning like a warning. Inside, it's me again. My face, my body, lying there like I've been laid out for my own funeral. But this time, it moves. The corpse's hand twitches, slow and deliberate, reaching for me. My flashlight drops, clattering on the pavement, and I stumble back, my breath catching in a half scream. The hand keeps moving, beckoning, its fingers curling like they're calling me home. "No," I whisper, my voice breaking. This isn't real, but the air's heavy, the fog pressing in, and the hearse's engine revs on its own, a low growl that shakes the ground. The corpse's eyes snap open, my eyes, empty and black, and I feel a pull, like something's trying to drag me into the coffin with it. I slam the lid shut, my hands shaking so bad I can barely hold on. The engine's still roaring, the headlights flickering like they're alive. I run back to the driver's seat, slam the door, and lock it, as if that'll keep whatever's in there out. My chest's heaving, my vision blurring with tears or fear or both. I'm not dead. I'm not, but the coffin's weight is everywhere, in the air, in my bones, and I can still feel that hand, reaching, pulling. The hearse lurches forward, like it's decided where we're going, and I'm just along for the ride. The hearse barrels through the fog, the road a blur of black and white. I don't know where I'm going anymore, but I can't stop. Not with that coffin behind me, not with my own eyes staring at me from the dark. The funeral home's marquee, Thomas Grady Memorial, 7:30, is still burned into my mind, and I can't shake the image of Clara and Ellie sitting there like they were waiting for me to die. I need answers. Need to know why they were there, why no one saw me. I see the funeral home's glow again through the fog, like it's calling me back, and I don't fight it. I pull into the lot, the hearse's tires crunching on fresh snow. Inside, the air's thick with the scent of lilies and grief. The crowd's still there, heads bowed, voices murmuring like a hymn I can't quite hear. I see the bartender from the diner, his eyes red. The pastor, clutching a Bible, neighbors I've avoided since Ellie's death. I push through them, shouting, "Hey, look at me." But my voice is nothing, swallowed by the hum of their sorrow. They don't see me, don't hear me. I'm a ghost in my own funeral. Up front, Clara's still crying, her hands twisting a tissue into knots. Ellie's beside her, her blue ribbons bright against the black of her dress. She's whispering, "Daddy's at peace now," and my heart breaks all over again. I reach for her, my fingers trembling, but they pass through her like she's made of smoke. "Ellie," I scream, my voice raw, but she doesn't look up. Clara doesn't either. I'm not here, not to them. I turn to the mirrors lining the walls, desperate for something real, but there's no reflection, just the crowd, the casket, the flowers. I'm gone. The casket's still open, and I can't stop myself from looking. It's me, lying there, my face calm, like I've finally let go of the weight I've been carrying. But I'm not calm. I'm screaming inside, clawing at the edges of my own mind. I spin around, searching for someone, anyone, to see me. But the crowd keeps mourning, their tears falling for a man who's still standing here. Or am I? My hands feel numb, my breath shallow, and the coffin's pull is stronger now, like it's whispering my name. I stumble out of the funeral home, the cold air hitting me like a slap, and climb back into the hearse. The engine's still running, the coffin's still waiting, and I know now this road isn't taking me to a cemetery. It's taking me somewhere else, somewhere I'm not ready to go. The hearse's engine hums like a heartbeat, steady and cruel. As I peel away from the funeral home, My hands are slick on the wheel, my chest tight with the memory of Clara and Ellie. Their faces frozen in grief for a man they think is gone. Me, gone. The coffin's weight presses harder now, not just in the hearse, but in my bones, like it's trying to pull me apart. I keep seeing my own face in that casket, calm, dead, final, and it's eating at me, tearing holes in what I thought was real. The fog still thick, the road an endless blur, and I'm driving on instinct, not knowing where I'm going, but too scared to stop. I glance in the rearview mirror, half expecting that empty satin lining again, but what I see stops my breath. It's me, sitting in the driver's seat, hands steady on the wheel, eyes locked on the road ahead. Not me as I am now, sweating, shaking, falling apart, but a different me, calm and cold, with a grin that doesn't reach his eyes. He's wearing my coat, my scars, my face, but there's something wrong about him, something that makes my skin crawl. "You're late, Tommy," he says, his voice, my voice, low and smooth, like he's been waiting for me all along. I whip around, my heart slamming against my ribs, but the driver's seat is empty except for me. My hands are still on the wheel, my foot still on the gas, but the hearse feels different, like it's moving without me. I look back at the mirror, and he's still there. That other me, grinning wider now, his eyes glinting like the snow outside. The doors lock with a click, loud in the silence, and the hearse lurches forward, faster than I'm driving. "What the hell are you?" I shout, but my voice cracks, swallowed by the engine's roar. He doesn't answer, just keeps driving, his hands, my hands steady and sure, like he's always been in control. The fog swirls, the headlights flickering, and I feel myself sinking, like I'm slipping out of my own body. My hands are on the wheel, but they don't feel like mine anymore. The other me glances at me through the mirror, his grin sharp as a blade. "You've been a passenger too long. Tommy," he says, "time to let me drive." My vision blurs, my limbs heavy, and I'm not sure where I am anymore, behind the wheel or in the back, with the coffin, where I belong. The hearse speeds up, the road vanishing into the fog, and I'm trapped, caught between the man I am and the man I'm becoming. The hearse is flying now, the road a black streak under the tires, and I'm losing myself. The other me is still in the mirror, driving with that cold grin, and I'm fading. My hands slipping from the wheel, my body sinking into the seat like it's swallowing me. The coffin's weight is everywhere, pulling at my chest. My thoughts, my soul, I try to fight it, to hold on to something real, but memories flood in, sharp and uninvited, like shards of glass in my mind. I'm in every hearse I've ever driven, all at once. Old Mrs. Carter, her rosary clutched tight. The kid from the overdose, his face too young for the needle marks. The miner, crushed under a collapsed shaft, his eyes still open in the coffin. I see them all, their faces staring back at me. But it's not them, it's me. I'm the one in the coffins, my face pale and still, my hands folded like I've given up. The passengers are chanting my name, their voices piling up, heavy as the guilt I've carried since Ellie died. Thomas Grady, they whisper, over and over, until it's a scream I can't escape. I'm not driving anymore. I'm in the back, in the coffin, the satin cool against my skin. I feel the hearse moving, the road rumbling beneath me, but I'm not in control. I'm the cargo, the body, the one being driven. My hands claw at the coffin's lid, but it's sealed tight, and the air's getting thin. I see flashes of my life, Ellie's laugh, Clara's smile before it all fell apart, the bottle I turned to when I couldn't face myself. The passengers' voices grow louder, their faces pressing in, and I realize they're not strangers. They're me. Every version of me I've buried, soldier, father, drunk, failure. The hearse slows, and I'm back in the driver's seat, gasping, my hands gripping the wheel like it's the only thing keeping me alive. The other me is gone from the mirror, but I can still feel him, lurking in the corners of my mind. The coffin's still behind me, its weight heavier than ever, and I know now it's not empty, it's full of me, of every mistake, every regret, every moment I let slip away. The road stretches on, endless and dark, and I'm not sure if I'm driving to the cemetery or to something worse. All I know is I'm not alone in this hearse, and I never was. I can't do this anymore. The hearse is a prison, the coffin a weight I can't carry, and that other me grinning, driving, stealing my life is too much. I'm not sure who's in control anymore, but I know I'm not letting this road take me without a fight. My hands shake as I grip the door handle, the metal cold and slick under my fingers. The hearse is still moving, the fog swallowing the world outside. But I don't care. I kick the door open, the hinges screaming, and throw myself out into the snow. My boots hit the ground hard, the impact jarring my knees, and I run. The forest looms around me, dark and twisted, the trees bending like they're reaching for me. The fog's thicker here, curling through the branches, and the cold burns my lungs as I stumble forward. Behind me, the hearse's engine roars, its headlights cutting through the haze like eyes. I don't look back. I can't. My heart's pounding, my breath ragged, but I keep running, branches snapping against my face, tearing at my coat. Get away! Tommy, just get away. But the forest doesn't let go. The trees twist, their trunks blurring into a maze that shifts with every step. I trip over a root, my hands sinking into the icy mud, and when I look up, the road's back right in front of me, like it never left. The hearse is there, idling, its door still open, waiting, and it's not alone. More hearses line the road, dozens of them, stretching into the fog, their black bodies gleaming like a funeral procession that never ends. I stagger to my feet, my chest heaving, and peer into the nearest one. The driver's face is mine pale, grim, eyes fixed on the road. Every hearse has me behind the wheel, and every coffin has my name carved into it. I scream, my voice raw, but the sounds swallowed by the fog. The hearses start moving, slow and deliberate, their engines humming in unison, like a heartbeat I can't escape. I run again, dodging between them, but the road keeps looping, the forest folding back on itself. There's no way out. The coffins are calling, their lids creaking open, and I feel them pulling me. Not just my body, but my soul, like they're hungry for what's left of me. I'm not just driving one hearse, I'm driving them all, carrying myself to a grave I can't outrun. The fog closes in, the hearses circling, and I know now, this road isn't leading anywhere. It's just me, forever. driving my own end. I collapse, my knees sinking into the snow, the cold seeping through my jeans. The hearses are gone, the road silent. But the coffin's here, right in front of me, its oak surface gleaming in the moonlight. I'm too tired to run, too broken to fight. My breath comes in shallow gasps, and my hands tremble as I reach for the lid. I don't want to look, but I have to. The hinges creak as I lift it, expecting my own face again, those dead eyes staring back. But it's not a body this time. It's something worse. Inside the coffin, I see Ellie's accident, her tiny body in the wreckage. My hands shaking as I pulled her out. Too late. I see Clara's face, twisted with grief, screaming at me in the hospital. I see the bottles of Jack, the nights I drank until I couldn't feel, the mornings I woke up hating myself. It's not just memories, it's every choice, every failure, every moment I let slip away. The coffin's full of me, the parts I've buried, the parts I've been carrying all along. My voice whispers from the darkness. You died when she did. Tommy, you've been dead inside ever since. Let go. I fall to my knees, tears burning my eyes. And for the first time, I don't fight them. The pain's there, raw and sharp. But I let it in Ellie's laugh, Clara's love. The man I was before I broke. It hurts. God, it hurts. But it's real. I see now. The coffin's not my death. Not really. It's my life. The one I've been too scared to live. The fog lifts, just a little, and the forest feels quieter, like it's waiting for me to choose. I touch the coffin's edge. My fingers steady now, and I know I can't keep running. Not from this, not from myself. I stand, my legs shaky but stronger than before. The hearse is still there, its engine humming softly, and the coffin's lid is closed again, lighter somehow, like it's let go of something too. I don't know what's waiting down this road, but for the first time, I'm not afraid. I'm not whole, not yet, but I'm here, and that's enough for now. The snow's stopped falling, and the fog's thinning, revealing the dark ribbon of the road ahead. The hearse waits, its engine humming soft and steady, like it's breathing with me. The coffin's still in the back, but it doesn't feel heavy anymore, not like it did. My hands are steady as I touch the oak lid, its surface cool under my fingers. I close it gently, the hinges whispering instead of groaning, like they've let go of something too. I'm not sure what's changed, but I feel it, a weight lifted. Not gone, but lighter, like I can carry it now. I climb into the driver's seat, the leather creaking under me. Familiar and real. The keys are still in the ignition, dangling like they've always been there, waiting for me to decide. I glance in the rearview mirror, half expecting that other me, the grinning shadow, but it's just the coffin, still and silent. The odometer's still stuck at 666 miles, but it doesn't scare me anymore. It's just a number, just a glitch. I'm not running from it, not running from anything. The radio flickers on, soft and unprompted, playing Amazing Grace again, but this time it's gentle. The bagpipes, a quiet hum, like a lullaby for the road. I don't turn it off. I let it play. Let it fill the hearse with something other than fear. My hands settle on the wheel, and I ease the hearse forward, the tires crunching softly on the snow-dusted road. The fog's almost gone now, the Appalachian hills looming in the distance, their shadows softer. less like a cage and more like a home. I don't know where this road leads. Maybe to the cemetery, maybe somewhere else. It doesn't matter. For the first time since Ellie died, since Clara left, since I broke myself, I'm not afraid. The coffin's still behind me, but it's not my grave, not yet. It's my life, my pain, my love. All the things I've carried and tried to bury. I'm the driver, but I'm the passenger too. And maybe that's okay. Maybe that's what it means to keep going. The headlights cut through the last of the fog, and the road stretches out, endless but not empty. Some roads don't end. I whisper, my voice steady. They just take you home. The hearse moves forward, the music fading into the night, and I drive on, not knowing what's next, but ready to find out. The screen fades to black, the engines hum lingering, a final note in the dark.